What's up, everyone? Welcome back to A Line in the Stars, and it seems like it's time to clock in for another night shift. Oh man, this is pretty cool. I got a really cool special announcement for you guys here in a little bit, but first, let me go ahead and hop in, make sure we're all settled. What's up, Todd? How you doing? All right. So, everything all kind of laid out. I don't know. I made a mess before I got started on the stream today. Kind of have a little bit of everything that we've done. These are up here for a little later on to talk about. We are going to be starting on stage 5 today, which actually is going to start with us finishing putting together the steering wheel and then putting in the scanner, which is going to be the cool part because, my friends, we have the brick stuff, drop-in scanner upgrade. This one is super cool. This mod is one of the very first ones that I saw for this model. And it is a super simple one to install, but makes all of the difference in the world. I don't even know if I'm going to even look at the stock ones. So I might do something with it. I actually have an idea for that. Something possibly for next year's Wonderfest. So first, though, we are going to start by unpackaging stage number 5 and getting going. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's been a interesting day, to say the least. The special announcement kind of comes as a surprise to me. And yeah, it was kind of one of those things where, you sometimes come across opportunities that are pretty awesome. So got to talk about that, which is going to be pretty cool. So we're going to be grabbing a couple of GM screws. We're going to grab our tiny little Knight Industries emblem right there. Hey, Chase. And then do we grab... I don't think that we actually grab the backing. No, we don't. So we don't grab the button backing just yet. Not at least yet. What's up, Brad? All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Stage number 5 is this package over here. And I'm not going to try to use scissors anymore. This is so much easier. I've been obsessively watching Knight Rider lately. It's kind of sad. it's it's really bad, you guys. If you haven't watched lately, oh man, it's bad. It's bad. All right. So I believe in this we're going to be not doing much with this one actually. Let me go ahead and review. So slide the bag along. Yeah. That's actually a good idea. Yeah, so it seems like this piece we're actually going to be holding off and saving for later. But first, let's go ahead and take a look real fast at the stock kit scanner. Fairly simple. I mean, hey, it's an LED. We'll power it up and see what it does, but it doesn't really. There are a couple of mods now for this, and the reason why is this one's doesn't quite work the way that you'd expect it to. So I'm kind of curious. I might. What do you think? Should I connect it first, or should I just go right to the brick stuff? Let me know. And then we're going to be setting this aside, and then we have our BP screws. And we have our battery box. What's up, Donnie? Yeah, Brad, that's the thing. Like, Knight Rider was amazing when we were younger. But man, it's just not at all. It hasn't stopped me from watching it. I watch a lot of the Knight Rider historians, and so their behind the scenes thing that he does where basically he goes into his behind the scenes is super cool. It's just all about Kit, which totally makes sense. But after I watch it, I'm like, oh yeah, that was kind of a cool episode. I'll go back and watch it, and I'm like, oh, I want to watch the episode with like Goliath and Garth Knight and like all of that. And it is David Hasselhoff at absolute full camp mode. And it's so good and bad. It's ridiculously good bad. So I don't know if I'm going to keep these or not. I keep the Enterprise ones, so I guess why not? Here we go. Oh, I grabbed double A's because I'm a dumbass. So I'll have to go grab some triple A's. You just skip to the cool episodes? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you really try. And like, for the time, it was really cool. But man, I don't know. The cheesiest Hoff for sure. What is his cheesy line that he says? He goes, your presence is a, what is it? God, it's super just, anyway. It's really bad. And then this piece real quick is just going to be the backing for the scanner for K.I.T.T. So let's go ahead and get started. Kit melting in acid was, so the way they did that one, it was the only, I found it very interesting. It was the only time they destroyed Kit when it wasn't a basically a season premiere. They destroyed it mid-season, which is fascinating. So the Todd father. The episode where Kit was destroyed and then it brought back with the final generation with RC and all that. That was also a super, super cool episode. But they're cool episodes from like what happens during the episodes. You really got to get past the acting, and like the fact that like Bonnie never punches Michael in the face just blows my mind. Chase, it is 100% worse than Baywatch. Oh, yes, it is worse than Baywatch. Okay. Oh, it is so bad. Now, what was the Baywatch show? What was it? Baywatch After Dark or After Hours or whatever it was. It was the cheesy spin-off where he became a detective or whatever. Oh, Detective Mitch Buchanan. Oh, God. Yeah, I do like the Todd father. See, that's why it's not as bad. Right there. Right there. Awesome. Yeah, I do like the Todd Father. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Uh got mykitbuild.com open up over here. Let's go ahead and scroll up to the top of the screen. And yes, okay, I cannot disagree. I watch a lot of that, and it's because Richard Dean Anderson is so good. I am also, if you wouldn't believe, a gigantic Stargate fan, and it's because Richard Dean Anderson. And I remember 6th and 7th grade, I was so totally obsessed with MacGyver. I watch it at work. Heroes and Icons is a channel that we have on one of our TVs in the restaurant, and it's got like A-Team and Lethal Weapon TV show and like Knight Rider and all the rest. It's super, super cheesy. It also has Airwolf. It is pretty bad. Yes, Donnie, 100%. Airwolf is almost completely unwatchable. Kind of like the first Battlestar Galactica. It is also incredibly unwatchable. Donnie, yes. Yes. Stargate's amazing. I'm pleased you'll be here to witness my penultimate glory. Yes. Yeah, Richard Dean Anderson is amazing, and MacGyver really does hold up well. I don't know, it's kind of that trope, like Knight Rider, MacGyver, they both have the heroes that didn't use weapons. A-Team, okay. The A-Team holds up if you watch it on mute. You look on screen and you're like, oh, cool, look, there's Mr. T, but you don't actually have to hear anything he's saying. Do you really, Donnie? The Duke Boys. I actually haven't watched Dukes of Hazzard in a long time. I will come back to you on that one. I'm super curious. I didn't mind the movie that they made with Johnny Knoxville. I know that's kind of sacrilege, but that one wasn't too bad, actually. But Dukes of Hazzard was 100% one of my very favorite shows when I was a kid. And yeah, oh my God. Jumping cars. Yeah, see. So, okay. You know what's great about, I agree. It is kind of interesting about A-Team and all that. They don't like do a whole lot of killing, and that's totally cool. The cool thing though about the A-Team, I think, is Dwight Schultz, Barkley from The Next Generation. If you guys aren't familiar, he plays a completely insane dude, and his scenes, from what I see, like on closed captioning, are just amazing. But I turned up the volume one time, and it was just god awful. God awful. Yeah. Yeah. Car chases and jumps. And Daisy Dukes. Guy, oh man. Cannot. It's a discussion of 80s TV shows and Stargate as well. Yeah. I know. He is pretty bad. Barkley is pretty bad. But in the A-Team, he's pretty amazing. I did like him in First Contact, though, when he was fanboying over Zephram Cochrane. That was pretty amazing. Okay. I can sit here and talk about this forever. That's how my channel got started. Yeah. Yes, this comment needs 100% highlighting and favoriting. There we go. It was Catherine Bach, right? I think that was her name. Man, 80s were a great time for TV shows. They really were. Okay. So let's go ahead. Jesus. We're going to start by. That's great. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. we're going to start by putting this little red piece into this tiny piece here. And this is the Knight Industries logo. And without pulling out the back, that's what that looks like. There we go. Yeah, it's such a cool, like, little homage to the, as they call back in these days, the pilot presentation. You only saw this Knight 2000 logo in the very pilot episode, and that's pretty cool. They put that back on the gull wing, which is pretty awesome. So there's that. Things you learn from watching too much Knight Rider Historians. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put the back of the steering column into the back of the steering wheel. I'm going to go ahead and grab my 3-in-1 oil, a much shorter 3-in-1 oil. Thank you, Todd. And that's just a polite reminder when doing part works to use 3-in-1 oil whenever you are putting metal into metal. So the metal screws, in this case, these are GMs. Oh my God. Feels like the stream last night where I was throwing pieces around. You want to use the oil to help guide your threads. Oftentimes, and especially in this case, the overpainting will cause the threading or just the connection to be a little bit more difficult to screw into. So you just want to use the 3-in-1 oil to help guide the screw in. Save your hands for sure. There we go. Yeah, there was always, okay, so in the A-Team, the very last segment of the opening credits was a Jeep rolling over and exploding. They also had that in the final sequence in the last couple seasons of MacGyver as well, actually. Cut threads into the Zamak. Is that how you pronounce that? Zamak? Saves you from breaking a screw off. Yeah. Things that I didn't know. There we are. And then I like to, when I'm screwing my pieces in, I like to alternate back and forth. I don't like to tighten them all the way down until I've gotten all my screws in place. And then I will go into star patterns if I can, or just back and forth until both are cinched down tightly. And that's really only in the metal. With plastic, once you get it tight, you don't want to over tighten from there. All right, there you are. So let's go ahead and get that wiped off. Got a little bit of oil on the front. And we have our steering wheel, or as it is known, the gull wing, which is weird. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, my beef also. Oh, Zamak is the die-cast metal. Okay, cool. I didn't know that's what that was actually called. That's awesome. Yeah, I also had the same thing. They also did that a lot. Like, I mean, when you actually watch Knight Rider and you watch the Next Generation, like all the way through probably season 4 of Deep Space Nine, like they definitely recycled a lot of footage. I mean, how many times did they reuse that footage of the blowing up bird of prey from Star Trek 6? They use that in Generations. I think they use that in Deep Space Nine a couple times. I swear they even use it in Voyager. So Zamak is zinc, aluminum, magnesium, copper mix. Huh. Wow, that's pretty cool, actually. I did not know that. That's awesome. But yeah, they recycled so much footage, and it wasn't until like digital imagery where it got cheaper to do it. Because I mean, obviously, like filming even the miniature, I'm sure, of Airwolf, or was it a miniature or was it an actual helicopter? I think it was a miniature. But filming that, I'm sure it was extraordinarily expensive back in the day, and they weren't, the budgets back then were not huge, and so yeah, that's kind of, I agree, and you just kind of it gets really predictable after a little while. So yeah, there's our gull wing completed, and I think yeah. Oh my God. Why do we call him the Todd Father, y'all? Let me go ahead and bring this up. That's why we call him the Todd Father. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. I was so prepared for AAA or double A's. I'm going to grab some triple A's. I'll be right back. Wow. Yeah, no, because Todd does all for sure. No, I'll be doing the announcement here after I finish up the mod here with the scanner here real quick. So we're gonna go ahead and start with getting our batteries put in place. And I was like, wait, they don't give you a screw or a battery box cover, but I realized that they put this in the gas tank area, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm not awesome here, and I realize that I don't have matching AAA, so I am not prepared. I thought I was, but there it is. Okay, so we got our battery box installed. Yeah, I was looking for batteries. Announcement, there's a secret. Not really a secret, just I got a presentation I'm going to show because I'm a dork. So there it is. All right, let's go ahead and get our brick stuff package opened up here real quick. I've decided that I want to leave this. I don't want to try to bend it. I don't want to do anything with it. I imagine that I have a project that I can do with this, and I've been thinking about it as we've been going. And so I want to go ahead and keep this nice. Let's just say that there are mods for this, for the scanner, for a reason. So we're just going to go ahead and set this off to the side. I'm going to put this in my little box of electronics, and I think I have an idea for this one later. Let's go ahead and open up our scanner. Oh, cool. So if I'm not mistaken, it's just plug and play. Todd, I did go through and read. I did check out the mod portion of the installation. So let's go ahead and pull out our PCB. And then our wiring. And then we have our button. So the button with our connector. And I believe there are a couple of different modes in here, if I'm not mistaken. Just give it 5 volts. Now, easy. Perfect. Although, I'd probably just plug it into the battery box, though, can I? Oh, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I do need to give it 5 volts, don't I? I can do that. Yeah, I think if the plugs match, they do. And they do. Okay. So if not, I just need to be careful. Yeah, so I got red going into positive. I got black going into negative here. And those pins look like they do match up. So if I connect like that, Yep, they match up. Okay. I should be able to use that. No problem. It won't cook it. At least I hope it won't either. I mean, I could always just go ahead and how would I connect? I don't have the small connector clips. I just ordered them, or the small banana clips, or whatever you call them for my power source. But should I just clip it and oh, you hooked yours up backwards up a couple times? Okay, we're fine. All right. So I just want to make sure we're hooking this in correctly. We don't want to burn out our board. I've actually been working with electronics all morning, which has been pretty cool. So let's go ahead and bring back Kit's bumper, which is pretty cool. I just love this. It looks so good. Todd, I do love the fact that the fog lights you just installed and you were so freaking far ahead of me. Far ahead of me. Okay, don't clip it off. Yep, that's what I was thinking. So, okay. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and bring up your instructions just in case. Don't want to install this incorrectly. So we're just going to be using the BP screws if I'm not mistaken. Yep, so this is literally the same thing. 2 BP screws. All right. Let's go ahead and get that open. So in the very first stream, we did the first mod, which we took our aluminum marker and colored in the inside of Kit Scanner itself to give more of a reflective backing behind here. So this should actually like help really complement what we did there. Okay, let's go ahead and get our BP screws. Definitely haven't mixed these up. Okay. So now there is a fold, a bend point basically in the middle, but we are going to be very careful with our installation. And Todd, this is fine, right? I'm just like, oh man, bending this is super stressful. And whoever manufactured this had a cat. And this is not even my cat hair. Crazy. Yeah, we can bend it. We're fine. We're good. Okay. I was just like, wait. Just need to be very careful. So what we're going to do is we're going to put one of our BP screws in on the right side here. And we're not going to tighten it down any further other than just to the point where it's cinching in. Then we're going to grab our other BP screw. And going to get it matched up, put in place. There we are, just making sure that it was all lined up. And then I'm going to very carefully go back and forth, giving about a half turn. Super paranoid. I'm sure it's fine, but I just do not want to ruin this. Ooh. Okay, yeah, everything's going in just fine. Just a half turn each time. As soon as I feel it cinch, we're not going any further. So that one's cinched in. And so is that one. All right, nice. Sweet. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the very tiny control lead here. Oh, man. I'm about to do photo etch this weekend, by the way, you guys, and I have Lincoln Logs. It's awful. All right. Man. I need to see which way. Oh, oh no. So that's not good. uh, Todd lives in a very hot place. That's not good. Oh man, better call for repair. Oh, all right. I got my. Oh, that's an interesting connector. Just trying to see which way the pins roll here. Okay, simple enough. What's up, Dave? It is an Uncle Night Shift. Exactly. Oh, I love it. Todd, it's 93. Good God. All right, we got our connect. Oh wow, that actually went in really nice. We got our controller connection put in place. Let's go ahead and hook it up to the box. Not the box, but the controller itself. Wow, these are really, really small connections. This is super cool though. Yeah, I melted about 80, so man. I should just point out that you live in the wrong part of the world for that, by the way. Just saying. Just saying. All right. So just in case the switch is put in the on position, because there's no real way to find out, let's go ahead and turn this up. Let's go ahead and use the box itself as a way of propping it up towards the screen here. And let's go ahead and connect up the power. All right. All right. So nothing happened there, which is good. Oh. Oh man. Y'all. I didn't show the stock board first. I probably should have. I decided not to bend the board. Um I had to. I couldn't wait. Wow. Dude, that is super cool. All right, let's press the button here. Fast mode. Sweet. And then slow. Nice. And if you long press it, it will turn off and on. All right, let's see what's up here. Cool. Oh man. Okay, so hold the button for 2 seconds to change to yellow. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, it's really hard to see behind there, but it does change color. 1, 2. That is super cool. That is super cool. Yeah, the red lens doesn't really help with the effect of it, but being able to see the difference. But then it goes into the fast mode. But then it seemed to go right back in down into slow. Is that normal? If I unmount it, I can show the color. Ah, yes. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn it off then. So I suppose I don't want to mess with it. I probably could have shown the stock one. Got a little afraid there. Just with bending the board. Although, to show that with the lens off, I'm going to have to take it off anyway. So why don't we go ahead and do that? I'm sure it's going to be fine. Let's do some things. We're on stream. All right, let's go ahead and get our BP screws back in. And I'm assuming this will probably be easier to put back into place after we're done here. Just 2 speeds? Okay. Huh. Wouldn't it be cooler if it did something else, huh? All right. So let's go ahead and get our brick stuff board pulled off to the side. So before I do that, however, actually, I was thinking before I show the brick stuff, the alternate color, let's go ahead and get the stock board put in place. So I'm going to grab those same two BP screws. And once again, I'm not putting any oil onto my BP screws because they're plastic, going into plastic. So BP or BM is going to be plastic or metal. So you want to line that up. Much easier to see through the modded board for whatever reason. There we go. So what I'm doing right now, just in case you missed it, I am putting the stock board in to kind of show why we want to mod this. So now I'm just going to go back and forth very carefully. Half turn each. Just to slowly bend the board into place. Until you just feel it bite. There we go. And there we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and fire up the stock board. Make sure our connectors are going the right way. All right, so here's the stock board fire up. And as you see, actually, like, I was curious if you can actually see a difference. I'm glad I did this. So, first thing you don't see, it doesn't like flash on and then go from this way to this way in a standard pattern. So, like, when it turns off, like, obviously it's just going to turn off. But when Kit, whenever he turned on his scanner, it would flash first and then turn off or then start scanning. In this case, it just starts right over here. Buck, awesome. Yeah, I actually never got a chance to watch Fallout yet today. I've been just busy doing a bunch of other things. And so, yeah, working on the Razor Crest actually and the Enterprise C. I did something really cool with the nacelles today. I'm pretty excited about that one. So, yeah, that's the stock board, and that's what it does, you guys. Would be fine. But if there are mods, there are mods. And so, like I said, I'm going to set this one off to the side, and I'll definitely, like, I think I've got a thought for this for next year's Wonderfest. Actually, there's something going on up in the old noggin that I've got a thought for. So let's go ahead and turn this one off and never put it back into Kit again. And let's go ahead and remove it. And then I'm going to go ahead and take off the front cover, and let's go ahead and remove the lens and then put the brick stuff board in so that we can see the two different colors. That was cool. I'm actually really glad I did that. That was a nice example of why we do some of these mods. Ooh. Ah. What's the link to the electrical stuff? Oh, in Discord. Yeah, you should definitely post that. I can tell you this. I learned so much from that article. That was amazing. Like what I was able to do today, I might actually show you guys here. I have to show you guys. I'll bust it out here in a little bit. I'm super proud of what I did today. All right, so let's go ahead and take off the backing here. Oop. And then put back on the backing there. The plate just fell right out. My goodness. Not the plate. This is kind of a pain. So line that up. Yeah, as soon as stream's over tonight, I'm going to check out Fallout for sure. I've actually got, I got Fallout. I have the new episode of Discovery dropped today. I know not everybody is the biggest new Trek fan, but I am. Not the biggest fan of Discovery, but the first episode of the new season was pretty good, so I'm going to watch that. And then, of course, I got to get caught up on Bad Batch as well. So lots of cool stuff if you're a nerd right now. I love it. Love it. Thanks, Todd. So Fallout 4, I recommend if you're going to do it, play it on the Xbox and beat it, and then go in later and play the Sim Settlements 2. It is one of the most fantastic overlay mods for any video game that I've ever come across. The voice acting from a bunch of like amateur creators is insane, and it's going to be inside the mod store on the Fallout store. So definitely check that out. 76 is a lot of fun. It was not a lot of fun in the very beginning. When it first came out, it was the first Fallout that they had done where it was multiplayer. They tried to make the story work for what they thought would make sense for Fallout, but it didn't really land. And so the subsequent like patches and releases and story updates over the last few years have made 76 a really, really, really fun game to play. Fallout, like I said in Discord, is one of my favorite is actually my favorite video game genre of all time, or franchise of all time. So yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get this put back into place so we can see the alternate color, and then we'll reassemble. And that's gonna be the end of stage 5, and then I get to tell you guys something pretty cool. Right. PC also will have the Sim Settlements. Don't you fret. Where are you? There you are. Steam Deck is also a fantastic place to play it. Like wherever you're playing Fallout, play it. I'm really looking forward. I have the PS5 and the Xbox One. I'm really, really, really looking forward to the Fallout or the PS5 update for Fallout 4. I cannot wait for that controller integration. I had always been an Xbox person until last year. I purchased the PS5 for Jedi Survivor, which is probably top 5 games of all time for me now at this point. So yeah, but I still maintain and use my Xbox. I still love it. Oh, you should. Well, I already did it, Todd. Get me talking about things, and I will just do things. So we're on stream. I'll just take it apart and put it back together. So let's see how it goes here. If it's still going to remember that it's powered on. Make sure my connection is correct. All right, sweet. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Well, it helps if you turn on the switch, idiot. There it is. And there's Cars opening animation. Super cool. That was almost as if on cue. So Carr had that yellowish greenish tinge to his scanner and his voice box. Oh, and it's automatically going faster. And I didn't press any buttons. I'm just Buck, I was thinking about you just a couple of minutes ago. Oh, by the way, Fallout 76, if it's 80% off, get it. Get it. It's fun. You will not regret it. It's Fallout 4, just in a different, it's in Virginia, West Virginia, and it's just fantastic. He's alive. Car is okay. I am such a nerd. I have the novelizations for like 3 or 4 Knight Rider books. Still, I picked them up at like like a, a what do you like, a St. Vincent de Paul or something like that, and or a thrift store basically, and it was Trust Doesn't Rust, which is the very first one, and then I can't remember the name of the second one with Car, but they're the novelizations, and I have always loved Car. Car is such a cool little adaptation of Kit, and how they made him work is super cool. So now, one thing I notice is that the scanner is alternating back and forth between fast and slow. Yeah, like I just saw that. So curious. So okay, so I'm gonna hold it down for 2 seconds. Let's go ahead and switch over to Kit. Uh super cool, man. So I'm just gonna let this sit here for a minute and see what happens. It does look like Car's animation does change on its own. No, Kit just got faster on his own too. I'm going to press the button. So just press the. Let's see what happens here. Interesting. Okay. So that was one press and he went into standard mode. Let's go ahead and do one press. Now he's fast. Okay. Now let's hit the button again. Nope, it just slowed down on its own. Let's press it again. Nothing happened. Very interesting. So just press it to go fast. So it went for 10 seconds fast and then went back to slow. Very interesting. And then I press it again and nothing happens. So I'm going to put it back to fast. Then I'm going to press the button again and it goes back to slow. I do have a possessed version. It's car. I wonder if it does this go slow and it slows back down on its own. So it might be a feature. Yeah, I agree. Curious. So I just moved up to fast. Slow scan is better anyway. I agree. Definitely agree. Okay, so it does slow down. This one actually feels like it's a little slower. No, he's only got 2 animations. Then you hold it for 2 seconds, let go, and here comes Kit. Yeah, that's super cool. So the slow scanner. And does he stay slow? Yep, seems like Kit stays slow. So let's go ahead and move it over to car again real fast. Just doing some experiments here. It's interesting. Car's animation starts in the middle and then skips to the end. Okay, just slow. Fascinating. So we're going to go to fast. Yeah, car does stay slow, but then when you move it over to the fast scanner, well, that's a weird. Like looking at these LEDs, like I'm watching the monitor because watching these uncovered is kind of crazy. It's really bright. Yeah, very interesting. Fascinating. Yes, I love it. I love the fact that I have a possessed brick stuff. I love it. We're gonna go back over to kit, and that's the thing. Like that's the important part is that flash on, and then the start scanning back and forth. And that's why it's so important to have these mods. And that's why it's exciting. Maybe I do give off an EM field. Oh, he just moved fast on his own real quick. I wonder if it's these batteries. I will do some testing when I get my proper leads that I can actually grab onto the exposed part of the metal there, or the exposed part of the wire. I just have the big stupid banana clip ones right now. After stream last night, I'm like, oh, so I wonder if getting it onto a proper power supply has anything to do with it. But yeah, I don't know. That's what that is. Maybe I do go off an EM field. So let's go ahead and turn this off real fast. And let's go ahead and take off the scanner and reapply our plate. That's going to be the end of stage 5. And then we'll talk about the special announcement, which is pretty damn cool. I'm excited for it. All right. So let's go ahead and get Kit's plate back into place. And I see that there's, what am I doing? There we go. Wow, Jordan. Yep. I was like, what's going on here? I don't understand. Goodness me. All right. So now let's go ahead and put this over the front. Oh my goodness. Is this? Oh. No, not moving to Illinois. Now, I'm going to have to go back to stage, what is it, number 2? To get this, make sure I'm putting this together properly, because for whatever reason, I was not paying attention when I took it apart. Okay. Jesus. These go right here. That goes right there. Okay. No, we're fine. Having a brain dead moment. And a screwdriver moment. You're like, God, just get to the announcement so I can go. Nothing against Illinois' buck, but or Illinois. if that's any indicator. I don't like snow. So I'll just leave it at that. We get enough of that awful stuff here. So, all right, let's go ahead and reattach, and then we'll test one more time before we set this aside for the moment. And then stage And then stage 6 is actually a pretty quick and easy one. So we're just going to be starting to work on getting some of our suspension put together, which is pretty cool. There we are. My goodness. The things that you don't see because I edit. Yes, Buck, I edit. If I didn't, oh my God, I'd have 0 subscribers. Like, what is this guy doing? And I can't remember if it was you, Buck, or not, but someone, and I swear it was from this group, and it was before I joined Hobby Time Modelers. Someone was like, I swear it was you, Buck, was like, do you even read the instructions first? And I was just like, ooh, yeah, no, I probably should do that. Because a lot of the times, like earlier on, I was like, not like, I wasn't taught, I wasn't reading your website. And so like, I was just kind of opening packages and then reading the magazines and not cutting and doing all those things. And oh God. Yeah, I was not reading instructions. That's for damn sure. Okay, let's go ahead and test one more time just to make sure that, I don't know, I didn't screw it up. All right, there it is. And kit is fired back up. All right. So I'll just go ahead and leave that running for a second. And so we'll talk a little bit about the cool thing that's coming up. Now, I, thanks to Todd, have a lot of the mods from Mike Lane for K.I.T.T. We installed more than a few of them in last couple weeks ago's episode. And so it got me looking at Mike Lane, and through the Hobby Time group, I'm like, there's this new dashboard coming out. And so if you guys aren't aware, let's go ahead and I'm just going to share this with you guys real fast. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what I'm about to do. So this is Mike Lane's new mod for K.I.T.T.
Michael, I thought I'd never see you again.
I project odds of 1,000 to 1 against my meeting a more compatible human than yourself.
Looks like you got a serious facelift.
I am the voice of Night Industry 2000's microprocessor, K.I.T.T for easy reference, a kit if you prefer.
Michael, I'm thinking of something quite strange.
I do not wish to go back to the slapper.
It must be a problem in calibration.
That information is in my data banks.
The risk factor is too high. All systems go, Michael. I suggest you keep your ample derriere off my hood.
Do not attempt to sabotage me again.
My scanners have just detected a truck approaching, Michael.
Keep your scanners peeled and your shutters snapping.
Don't touch turbo boost. Something tells me you shouldn't touch turbo boost.
Contrary to popular belief, looks aren't everything.
All right, let's hit
it. Michael, where are your pants?
There's no reason for increased volume.
Don't you want me, baby?
Looks like it's quite a party, huh?
In this case, I believe it's called party crashing.
Okay, back to the party.
Computers are serious tools, Michael. Is this impressive enough?
Let's hope so.
I feel alive again.
All your scanners, the visuals, the chemical detectors. Give me the works, buddy.
The car contains state-of-the-art technology.
We're almost there, Michael.
So, guess who picked one up? That's it. We're putting the dash in. And I could not be more freaking excited. Kit obviously is excited too. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that, like, Mike Lane's first dash mod is pretty insane, like on a couple of years ago standards. This one is out of control, like out of control. Like, all of the gauges work. Do you know that sound that it makes when it turns on and off? I think that gets eliminated. I hope. At least with the headlights, they're independently controlled. The fact that it's a Wi-Fi Bluetooth speaker is ultimately, in the end, just like, oh my God. Yes. Now, this only happens because, I've been the very fortunate recipient of a bunch of mods from Todd, the Todd father, because he's got a great relationship with Mike Lane. And so because of that, I'm able to afford to do this. And so to be able to do this and be able to have this to be able to show on stream, did I get his dashboard monitors? Oh, no, I didn't. So I'm going to need to get those. So that's actually part of that. That's right. So a couple other things I'm going to need to grab, but basically, yeah, I'm going to be getting the full dashboard mod. It's going to be all done on stream. I believe that pre-orders go in next week. And then, like I've been fortunate to be able to get it on a pre-order just a little bit early. Be lucky, actually fortunate to be getting one of the very first ones. So, and then they're going to be shipping here in about 4 weeks, and then we'll be, all unpackage on stream. We'll take a look. We'll look at all the things. But then the key is for me to be building, obviously we're going to be doing this on stream. And it's only going to be done on stream. And I'm really excited to be able to just do a live look at, trying to figure out how to get all this stuff replaced, put in place. The stock kit dash, when it's not lit up, is actually not bad. Like, really, it's really not that bad. I know that this thing has insane light bleed issues, and just from putting it together, basically, they didn't do anything to light block. So the thing that Mike Lane really spent a lot of time, and you notice if I suggest you watch that video a few times if you're a nerd like me, just because if you're building kit or even thinking about building kit, the reason why you should build kit, and I'll just say this, no shilling here at all for anything, because this is mine, I pay for it, right? So, but if you want to buy kit, and if you want to have kit, and the reason why you want to have it is because of all of the mods that are available for it. I know that, for the most part, he is basically just an early 80s Trans Am with a cool scanner, as Todd says, and a dash. And that's very, very true. But the thing with this model, and the thing that really drew me to it, was obviously Kit is one of my childhood icons. I grew up like idolizing Kit, and I loved cars, and I still love cars, and it was because of this. And so the reason you want to do this model is because of all of the mods that are available for it. And so the ultimate mod is not just the dash. I mean, it has so much to it. The big thing is it has the battery eliminator. Okay. I'm not a big fan of batteries. I think, where is it? Yeah, Chase, I think, Todd, is this something, by the way, that could be, am I in a demo mode? Is there a button press sequence that I got to do? And I think I remember seeing something about that. So thanks, Chase, for bringing that up. But it has the battery eliminator. It has the updated board. And please, to the love of God, I hope that it doesn't have that startup sequence where it makes all of those ridiculous sounds. And if it does, it has volume control because it's a Bluetooth speaker. Okay, so I will look into a demo mode for the brick stuff. Yeah, it could be a version 2. So I will look into it. There are, as a matter of fact, it did come with some instructions. I just don't have them here in front of me because I'm a genius. With a capital J. But it also is a Bluetooth speaker. You can hook it up. You'll be able to update it via Bluetooth, as different, not mods, but like you can create your own little animations for the monitors. It is fully customizable. And, the fact that it's just a Bluetooth speaker that blinks and the lights turn on and open, and oh my god, I'm an ultimate nerd, and for stuff like that it is 100% the reason why I decided to pick this up. So expensive, my friends, but worth every penny, and something that we're going to be really enjoying putting together on the screen. So I think that's the big announcement. Yeah, it's going to be shipping here, like it'll be shipping in about 4 weeks, and it takes about 2 weeks for the mods that I picked up from Mike Lane to get here from the UK. So here I just got shipment notification for the next package. So there could be a stream next week with the next couple of stages. I'm hoping that's going to be the case. But if not, then we'll be definitely unpackaging here in the coming package, unpackaging the Mike Lane stuff in the coming package. So that's what's coming up. And also as well, to mimic what Todd is saying inside of the, inside a chat, this brick stuff scanner is super cheap, by the way, you guys. This is only $30 plus $10 shipping. And even if you don't get the Mike Lane stuff, like, so that's the thing. Like, I was kind of like, oh man, I just got the brick stuff. Do we do this? And keep in mind that, I didn't know that Mike Lane was going to be doing that, and it was going to be part of the whole mod. So, if that wasn't for that, I would 100% recommend it. I'm going to look into whether there's a demo mode, and for our next stream, I'll come back and let you guys know. But the brick stuff scanner is 100%. Like, I'm just kind of looking at it straight on, and like, it looks great on screen, but I can tell you right now, like, just looking at it straight on is nostalgic. Like, I'll go ahead and bust out Kit's hood because I knew this was going to happen. So I'm just big, stupid nerd. So we're missing some of the pieces, but that's how that sits. And so brick stuff makes that look 100% more realistic to what we saw on screen for all those years. Oh, Todd. Okay. That's what my thought was. Okay, so I don't know, depraved great minds think alike. I think that a Cylon next year, using the stock scanner from K.I.T.T and using that as his eyes, would be a super cool build to bring to Wonderfest next year. That's what I was thinking as soon as this day began, when as soon as the Mike Lane turn kind of happened. So I was like, oh, what do we do with the brick stuff scanner? And I think the brick stuff scanner, we could do a couple of Cylons. Could quarter scale old school Cylon with this quarter scale new Cylon from the early 2000s series. I think that would be a pretty cool little side-by-side, using the two different scanners, one that looks good and one that kind of doesn't. It's my idea. Damn it, Todd, why'd you have to say it first? That's amazing. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and leave K.I.T.T scanner just kind of running up here at the top of my screen. Next to his wheel, like once again, this thing is heavy, first off. And hold on. Maybe just the head and shoulders. Yeah, see, that would be super cool. Like, have all right, those of you with 3D printers, we need to talk later on. So that's all I gotta say about that. All right, I think I'm forgetting something, however, real quick. I think we need to install, we still need to put the backing on the back of Kit Scanner here real quick, just to protect the brick stuff until we get, or is that the case? Do we just leave this empty? I think we just leave that empty. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that empty. Unless I should put this on. Let me know. Let me know. Although there are the screw holes there for it. Oh, and those are for the AP screws. Okay, yep, that's where that goes. Almost like, no. Oh. When you put it on, it likes to stop working. Yeah, I was worried about wires bending, and so I think I'm just going to go ahead and put this inside of the box with all of the other stuff, and we're going to go ahead and get our BP screw set off to the side here, and let's go ahead and get on to stage number 6. So yeah, okay. Yeah, he's not sure. So Todd is doing some amazing work. Go check out mykitbuild.com. Todd's doing some amazing work on Kit and getting his front bumper and lights to work. And I know that was a pain in the ass for you. So check out mykitbuild.com. It's there's a lot of cool stuff in there. That's what I'm doing. So, all right. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave this up here up front. We'll just have this nice and sitting here up and out of the way. So we can build something else. Pull this right down a little bit. Right below the night shift. I think I just spit on my desk. The things that you see or don't see when I edit. All right, so we're going to go ahead and set my AP screws off to the side. And let's go ahead and get this next one unpackaged here real quick. And look, we got another screwdriver. Yay. Gonna put this in. Oh, I could have done the thing where you don't move the. Oh, well, I'm not as advanced as you, Todd. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've got enough parts work screwdrivers now to last a lifetime. And when you have whereas, don't even worry about it anymore. So, all right. I'm special. I have whereas. Special. Oh my God. Let's go ahead and grab. Ooh. These suspension pieces are die cast. Nice. All right, sweet. All right, so we have some EM screws, some DM screws, which are our flange screws. Oh, crazy. I've not, in all my parts work, seen screws that big yet. The IMs. And open the other side. Oh, yeah. Proper metal suspension, exactly. Now, look at these screws. These IMs. They're gigantic. It's crazy. More bits. Wow, some HM screws. Cool. Like, I think in the Enterprise, I think the highest up we've gotten is like F or G now, where I'm at. So, look at this. Do you know what I really like about Partworks? And I think what I'll always like about Partworks, like I know there's a lot of criticisms out there for the 3PLs and all of that. Like if you're doing Partworks, you know that it's difficult to get the parts and the part work sometimes, which is, the parts don't work, as I like to call it. But, if you're patient and you just kind of wait, what makes it really worth it, I think, for me, is when you get these pieces. Oh, practice on the other side of the bag. Yeah. I'm not a smart man. It's like, but what really makes it worth it to me is when you get these really nice die cast pieces. Like this is heavy, it's considerable. Just like the tire, like this is super considerable. Like, yeah, like I'm kind of curious. Like I remember weighing one of the frame sections for the Enterprise, and I think it was like an eighth of a pound per frame section. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be a huge freaking model. So, yeah, there's a nice proper suspension piece. And next time I open a package, whether it's on a video or whether it's in a video or a stream, I'll make sure to do it the Todd way. So, all right, let's go ahead and get our instructions back up here. Bring up stage number 6. We're going to be bringing back, where's that piece right here? There's that. We didn't really take a look at this in stage number 5. But I also have some CA placement stuff. I haven't had any of this for a while. This is great. Exciting. Dude. That's nuts. Like, it's good 9 inches of just pure solid die cast. Zachem. All right. I'm an idiot. All right, let's see here. Let's go ahead and line up. We have this piece here, and then, so this is 6E, 6C, 6D, 6B. Okay. And then whatever that is. Okay. So definitely going to be bringing our oil back into play here. And the first thing we're going to be doing is using our EM screws. I'm going to grab a couple more little thingies here. Paint things. EM. I'm going to practice on this and do a horrible job of it, Todd. Watch. Oh. Okay, that was pretty awesome. Damn it. That was pretty awesome. Got to admit, when you're right, you're right. Okay. I'm going to grab one EM screw. We're going to dip that into our 3-in-1. Don't I've learned, don't just hit it because it'll just spurt. Gross. All over the desk. Nasty. All right. So we're going to turn our piece over here. Move this off to the side. And we are going to grab 6B, which is going to be this one right here. And we're going to put it into place using one EM screw. This piece is that? Yeah, it is die cast. I was like, wait. Well, I did it on the screw bag and it was awesome. Awesome. As I said, I am not a smart man. Okay. Next, we're going to grab control arm bracket number 2, which is going to be 6C, and it is going to be that one right here. We're going to go ahead and set that one into place with one EM screw. And being that this is my first car part work, I'm really excited actually about assembling actual bits of car. making suspension. And, you know, like one of the cool things last time was like assembling the brakes. Like, I know you don't even see it. Like, you don't even see this inside. Like, from the outside, unless you pop off the hub, you're not going to see it. But you know it's there, and it looks right. It looks accurate, and I just love that. I love that. So I'm really looking forward to, like, its dual aspect, right? Building kit, like building kit is super cool, and I'm really excited about that. But it's also building a part work car where it's big enough. It's 1/8 scale, right? So like it's big enough. The detail that you have to go into, like we get to build the engine and the turbine engine, and you get to see it. Like it's freaking cool. Love it. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and grab 6D here, and we're going to be putting it. And if you notice, like crappy camera and all, but hopefully it might be able to focus. But on the end here of this piece, there are some lugs that clip into place right here. So you kind of can't get it wrong when you're clipping it into place. Some of the engineering too on these models is super cool. I love it. Here we are. And we're going to be using we're going to be securing it from underneath with one HM screw. Very interesting. All right, let's go ahead and grab our HM screws. And what I'm not going to do is what I just did and almost take off my fingers. So, there we go. We got our HM. Put that in there just so I don't lose track. Oh my God. The things that people don't see when I edit. Oh, that's amazing. Oh my God. I love it. Love it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and dip this into oil, and then we're going to be securing this from the backside. Am I right? With one HM. Make sure it's all set. Make sure it's actually settled into its proper place. Oh. There we go. I had the wrong side open, or open out in my hand places. This is the way. You know what they say? Wouldn't be one of my episodes if I didn't fling something. I mean, hell, last night on stream, I flung 2 bits of the perfect grade Falcon, never to be seen again. Also, Buck, happy anniversary yesterday, 1 day late. Said it in Discord, but saying it in person today. All right. There we are. Man, life before the 3-in-1 oil was such a pain in the ass. Wow. All right. There's that all put together. So now we're going to fit the 2 legs of the right upper suspension control arm between the tabs of the right side control arm brackets 2 and 4. Okay. So we're going to turn it like this. Yep. Turn it upside down like that. And then we're going to be putting that in place. So these basically create brackets for here and creates a control arm. Super cool. like it. And I guarantee we're about to use some IM screws here real quick. Yep, very nice. Hence the long screws. See? Sometimes I know what I'm doing. All right. Super cool. Yeah, I won't forget that's an IM screw. That's for sure. Okay, so when we install, we're going to come in from the back and go forward. And you don't need to coat your screw, by the way, in the 3-in-1 oil. Just get a little bit on the end. Just the tip. Am I right? So you guys can imagine what life is like for my employees. I like to think I'm a pretty good boss, but I'm also an idiot. So it sucks for them. Okay. Get that lined up properly. I was just thinking about not what I should be doing. There we go. So I'm not going to over tighten this because I believe that we're going to want to have some play in our suspension. Yeah, HR department. I am HR. It's awful for everybody. But then again, I have been managing restaurants for 24 years. Well, has it been 24 years? No, it's been a little less than that. I started managing restaurants really young. And I've been with my company for a very, very, very long time. I really enjoy what I do. I'll tell you what, it gives me the flexibility and freedom to do this. It's not always easy, that's for sure. But making sure we're lined up here properly. It's not always easy, but super rewarding. I'm just trying to get this one in. You have to be patient with this because you're trying to get it to line through. It's almost like a pin. Sunday afternoons, man. Yeah, it's super annoying. But then again, I got to say that is not an all the time thing, but it has been lately. Actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, get called in on a Sunday afternoon, and then you've got to build that Ecto 1 light bar with Ian. Wow. So this one being a bit of a pain. Wondering. Buck and Todd, you both know, and Ian, if you're watching, I think you're at the game tonight, though. But the Ecto 1 light bar is an absolute loud beast. Todd had a run in. got home right at the very end of the stream, and I just started laughing. Bro. Ah, yes, the joys of editing. There we go. Now I just got to get to line up with the other side. Wow, this is really tough right here. Fortunately, you can't like put it in from the other side. I'm gonna put on my goggles. Well, no, I'm laughing with Todd, Donnie. With. I grab a new screw. Don't know why that would actually help, but let's go ahead and give it a try, shall we? Oh, yes. This is the way. Also wouldn't be a part work if there wasn't a fiddly bit. Wow. I'll switch on my lights here. It's just like the slightest bit off center. There it goes. There we go. Shed some light on the situation. Oh, God. Also, imagine what it is to live with me, too. It's awful. Just full of cheese. All the time. All right. All right, there we got our control arm put into place after forever. Yeah, I actually thought about that right as it caught. I'm like, I should probably run in there and create some threads real quick. So if that ever happens to you guys, run the screw through the brackets without the control arm to thread the holes. Something you can 100% do and thought about right at the very end. So. All right, so now I think we're actually coming up towards the very end here. So we're going to grab the chassis part right there. So we're done with that. And then we're going to be taking this piece right here and we're going to be affixing it into place into these two lug holes. So you got two lugs there, two lug holes there. Putting that into place. And then we're going to be securing this on the other side with two DM screws. Let's go ahead and grab our last one. And these are our flange screws. Okay. And get into our 3-in-1. And screw that in. 3-in-1 makes such a big difference. God. It was one of the very first comments you ever made on one of my videos, Todd. You use 3-in-1 well. All right. There we are. So that, my friends, is that. That is package number 2 complete. I got kit scanner running up front. We got a tire from last time. We have a gull wing with our little K.I.T.T Industries logo put inside. And the dash that will soon be the dash of the future. Oh, man. That was super cool. And today was a really good day for Knight Rider fans and for me, which means it's a good day for the rest of the world. God, I'm an idiot. So that's what I got for you guys today. I'm going to be back as soon as the next package arrives. So I just got shipment notification today, going through snail mail, and it's going to stop wherever it happens to stop before it gets here. So hopefully by next Thursday, we should have our package. And in that case, we'll get started. But then here in the coming weeks, when the Mike Lane package arrives, we'll go ahead and get that opened, get it completely like laid out so we can see everything, drool all over it, see if we need a new pair of pants, which is likely where I'm going to be with things. And yeah, I'm super excited about it. I really look forward to getting kit now every single month. For whatever reason, like building a car part work is just been a blast. And the fact that it's kit is just amazing. So, well, thank you, Todd, for all of your advice tonight. Thank you, Donnie and Buck and Chase. Oh, I think Bruce was up there. Let's go ahead and scroll up. We'll see if we have missed any chats that need any highlighting. So let's see here. Yeah, I think I got most of these actually. Oh, wow. I did good this time. Well, thank you, Brad. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate you guys watching tonight. I think I have to show you all this real quick. I have to. I did something today. This is not Knight Rider related. I'm really super stoked about what I did today. So I've been working. I didn't release an episode of the Enterprise C today because I've been very slowly working on getting my nacelles wired up and all that, just figuring all that out. But what I've done is I've created this little Bussard collector light thing. I've made it, Todd, using your site, of course. And I guess I'll give a little bit of a sneak peek. I have engineered some posts to go inside the nacelles. I have our cob for the Enterprise D, actually. I picked up the same cob that you had, Todd. But I picked up a cob, and I engineered some posts to set that in between. And then I have a little post up here where this is going to set and basically be the thing that holds the LEDs in place. So haven't quite got, this took a long time. Like I'm a noob at doing this sort of thing. But I guess we'll light up the cob first, just because we have to. Got a power supply on. And then, so you guys saw, like, I have all the power coming through. I have a little hole in the bottom of the nacelle for the wires to come through. And then our cob. So definitely gets washed out. Like, it's super insane. But there's our cob, and I'm probably going to lower my voltage. I just got it set at 5 volts right now. But yeah, so that's our cob. Still figuring that part out. But then what I've done is I've taken one red LED, and then I took two, these are all 3 millimeters, and I took two breathing red LEDs, and hooked them up, and then I light diffused them with a little bit of white paint. And obviously with the Enterprise C, we never saw the nacelles like super up close, so we don't really know. But we know that Bussard collectors have gases rolling inside of them, and so that's what I was trying to simulate. So we have our breathing effect. And if I did this right, God, it just washes out. But so it looks like, the way I kind of said it, it looks like there's swirling gas on the inside of the Bussards. So I need to finish like engineering and get it all put together. I'm going to put together one side and then basically do the other on an episode and show you guys what I'm doing. But so yeah, I did that today. I actually wired up power, thought it through, engineered it. Thank you, Todd, for having a great website, but that allowed for me to learn how to do that. But I have two of these all set up, ready to go, and I just need to finish putting them together. So yeah, I am lighting models, Donnie. I did not blow anything up. No, I did not, actually. No, I take that back. I did. I blew up one. I didn't pop it, but I did blow one red LED. Thankfully, it wasn't one of the breathing ones. I did forget to, when I was testing this bundle, actually, I forgot to test, I forgot to hook up the resistor to the LED. And so when I put the full 5 volts into it, it just went. So I learned. I think the breathing ones have a built-in resistor. I think they can handle the 5 because they didn't have any problem with it. So yeah, it was a study in like how to wire things properly and like engineer it and put it inside of a model. So yeah, that's going to be coming next week. It was just I had to like decide if I was going to try to rush and get it done. I'm not doing that anymore. So we're just going to go ahead and skip that episode for this week. But yeah, so I've fashioned a couple of these and I got my cobs going and learning how to do all sorts of wiring. It's super damn cool. Like I'm like super damn cool. I'm super excited about like doing that because man, like building these models, like it's cool, but lights are better. I do wish I lit the Defiant. Yeah. But I have a thought about that actually. I want to get the 420 scale Defiant eventually. Like to be able to do that one and get it lit, you can do some pretty insane detail on it. I also want to do the 350 NX01 as well. I really like the smaller Starfleet ships. That's why, like, one of my favorite ships, like, and it's crazy, but it's only just recently, but one of my favorite Starfleet ships of all time is the Enterprise G or the Titan. I really like small Starfleet ships. I think that, you know, like the Galaxy class and the Sovereign class is super cool, but, you know, the Constitution class and the Defiant class and the Intrepid class, like what Voyager is and what have you. I really enjoy small Starfleet ships. And so I do wish that I had lit the Defiant, but I'm going to get another opportunity later on. And for that one, hopefully I'll be I know I'll be much better. Like if I'm learning how to do this in one day, I'll figure out how to do that. Oh, dude. Oh, you have it, don't you? I'll let you finish your buddy build with Ian. But yes, all of this 100%. I love it, Donnie. I love it, Donnie. I love it. Let's talk more. So yeah, that's gonna be the plan for that one. And yeah, man, just to be able to light up these models and like do that on my own is super cool. And like having a power supply and having like God, all the money spent, you know, like it's been a lot. Like God, I started building models in seriousness about 6 months ago, and I've collected, I feel like, a couple of years worth of equipment in just a short amount of time. And one of the big things for me was the power supply, and then having to teach myself um, how to do all of this. Like, it's all about learning, right? I've been learning this whole entire time, like everything, like Hobby Time Modelers, you guys give me a master class every single day in model making. And I pay attention to every little bit. And unfortunately, that also means like, oh, I need that. Oh God, I need that. I need that. I need that. Like, I need this $30 set of screwdrivers. Like, I need this. I need Cobb LED strips. I need, I mean, it's one thing after another. Um, don't be sorry, because in the end, I would not have been able to light my model. I wouldn't be able to do any of this. And, the opportunities that are coming up, with doing K.I.T.T Dash, right? Like, I know that all of that's set into place, but I need to at least have an understanding of like how to be wiring things and thinking about lighting and that light blocking. And that's the thing currently that I'm working on right now, is light blocking the nacelles. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. So yeah, it's been a lot, but Buddy Build Defiant definitely on the table. And then for K.I.T.T going forward, this is going to be every possible mod that you can have for the 1/8 scale DeAgostini kit is going to be on this model. It is going to be the ultimate kit, and I am super, super excited about building it and sharing it only on stream. I actually really enjoy doing part works on stream. It's a lot more fun because a lot of times I just kind of got to go like, okay, well, I'm going to put in the screw and then I'm going to cut here, and then I'm going to put in the screw and then I'm going to cut here, sort of thing. And so it's nice to be able to just kind of talk and chat and hang out with you guys. And this model, I think, is going to be the only one where I do this on stream, and Kit makes me super happy to like hop on and do this. And so, yeah, that's what I got for you today. So I guess I'll go through the outro. I just want to say thank you guys to everyone in chat. Donnie, Todd. I don't know. Is Dave still around? Yeah, Dave, Buck. Let's see who else might have been here. Yeah, that's everybody in the chat so far. And just wanted to say thanks for you guys watching. If you guys have any questions, comments, tips, tricks, please leave them down below. Hit that like button. That'd be pretty cool. If you guys haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. And until we see each other again, my friends, I hope you all have a wonderful evening in this beautiful world, wherever you happen to be, or morning if you happen to be there as well. And just remember that one man can make a difference.